Hi and welcome back to the Cheeky Crypto Podcast. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another podcast video. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at Cardano. Got some really interesting and urgent stuff to cover off when it comes to Cardano. I want people to stay safe in the crypto space, particularly in the Cardano ecosystem as well. I think there's an awful lot going on and some light needs to be shed on it. So we're going to dig into all that wonderful stuff and some other, crypto related news that I think everybody needs to be made aware of. Things like scams and things to be aware of so you don't get caught out and lose any of your hard-earned cryptocurrency. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Jump down into our Discord. It's absolutely free to join the Discord. Link is in the description of this video. Over 7,000 people supporting one another navigate this space safely. And we do have the launch of our brand new website today, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗧.io. On-chain data available and much more. So if you want to delve into the wallet counts and what the whales are doing when it comes to their wallets, you can do this now on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins through our website. Go check it out. Link in the description. Right, let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so I want to start with this particular tweet, right? Because, those of you that aren't aware, Nick and myself, we do work with a VC partner and offer our NFT community access to private and seed round sales for different crypto projects. And I was reading this, it come across my path from Chris O. Cardano community nearly didn't want me to tweet this because of the level of hate I get on my warning, but it is an important one for Cardano folks to understand. Now, we are being targeted for our liquidity and strong community. Now, this is rather interesting because it gets me thinking about this in a little bit more detail. We are seeing the total value locked of ADA increase for Cardano. We know they've got a strong and passionate community. That's one of the things we love about Cardano, right? Is the following, the community and all that wonderful stuff, as well as obviously all the amazing tech, the team, the use case, all that stuff, right? But the community is a big part of that. And it does feel to me that there's a nugget of truth to what's being put out here, right? In the respect that I think there are some projects that, have been going live that have been abusing like ISPOs, for example. Nick and myself lost 20 million ADA out of our pool when Meld did an ISPO with their stake pools. They just kept running new stake pools. And I think we're seeing more and more of this. And I think this is rather damaging to the decentralization. And some of these projects haven't really been that successful. And don't get me wrong, it's early days. But, I think it's something that we do need to raise. And this isn't a dig at Meld in any shape or form. They were just an example, right? But, I think that there is, a bit of truth to this, right? It's no coincidence that a couple of weeks before the announcement of their massive uptick of targeted marketing and push by higher profile accounts, the insiders knew well in advance of the delay and wanted to pump the price in order to use new investors as exit liquidity. The chart below tells a clear story basically. And this is XRD, sorry, and you can see this here, right? Basically you got them talking about all the release here and so on, right? Now, I'm not going to dig into this, and I'm not really that interested in these projects that are being talked about, right? But what I would say is I do question why certain projects are picking Cardano as their ecosystem to build on. And I wonder whether, the XRP community are going to have something similar. And, if you dig into our new website and have a look at the wallet counts for both ADA and XRP, because we have wallet data, whale wallet data, all different levels of data on wallets, right? It tells a really interesting picture. So look, I think there is a real problem with, bad actors getting into the ecosystem, looking to basically just, take liquidity out. So I think that what I want to kind of say here is to be very vigilant. Go do your due diligence on any projects that influencers are talking about on YouTube and so forth. I really just want people to be safe in the space. Make sure you are looking at tokenomics. Make sure you've got a really good understanding of what these projects are doing when they launch. ISPOs, I think the concept is fantastic, but if they're doing them in the same way as Meld did it, I think that has a really negative impact on the ecosystem overall. Keeping all the ADA and giving you some shit token, is just not the one. I think if you're going to do an ISPO, then I think there are other ways of doing it where you incorporate the decentralization of the ecosystem utilizing other people's pools. Again, different ways to do it. Are they really just trying to raise funds, or are they trying to basically get an awful lot of money for very little? Really interesting stuff. Again, I feel like I'm picking on Meld a little bit here. I'm not. I've got no problems with Meld. What's in the past is in the past. But it does raise some flags when I see stuff like this, because I do think that there is an element of truth to some of it. Not all of it, but, I think there's things that, we can all put our hands up and say that wasn't done well. And we should learn from it, right? And if, projects are coming out and they're not learning from the mistakes, as I see them, at least I think that was a mistake by Meld with their ISPO. They probably made an awful lot of money from it, but overall I think that it wasn't the right way to do it. And if projects are going to go with that way of doing it, I don't think they're learning from mistakes that have been made in the past. For me, we need to stay away from those sorts of projects. Just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, because it's an interesting topic, right? Moving on, we've got Vodafone confirms rumours of Cardano NFT plans, and this is going to be done through NFT Maker. The likes of Patrick, I think, has done a fantastic job. We've talked about this a few times, so I don't want to go into too much details, but I believe Vodafone are about worth about $45 billion or $49 billion as a company. This is a really big deal. Really, really big deal. Cardano, Charles Hoskinson takes a jab at Ethereum staking, and this is really interesting, right? And I'll link this in the Discord for people to read through at their leisure. But basically, in a nutshell, there's a video that surfaced of Vitalik saying that he's only got a little bit of his Ethereum staked, and this is really reading between lines. At least my take on what he said was, he has security concerns, and rather than fixing those security concerns and staking more, he's only staking like a handful of his Ethereum. This should be ringing alarm bells, and I think Charles is all right to have a jab at it, because just look at Cardano. They're doing it the right way, and look, people that think Ethereum's going to go on and it's going to be this all singing, all dancing protocol that surpasses Bitcoin and all this wonderful stuff. There's a lot of people that are lying to you, right? Like, they really are just talking out of their arse if they truly believe what the shit that they're saying. But I think that there's real people, like real prominent hedge fund managers on social media talking absolute bollocks, talking about liquidity being what's driving the market, right? And that it's all on the rise, and how they're really positive that we're in a bull market. I just think that there's just so much nonsense being said by really prominent people that they know they're lying to their audience. Like, I think, you can probably guess who I'm talking about. Have a guess in the comments below who I'm talking about. But, I'm sick to death of hearing this absolute bollocks that are coming from really prominent people that should hold themselves to a higher account. I just think that they're lying to their audience. They know damn well that liquidity is not in a good place within the crypto space, and generally, interest rate hikes is sucking the actual liquidity out of markets. and it can't possibly be positive. So why are you saying that this shit is positive? It just makes no sense to me. So look, I think that you got to look at the market holistically, look at what projects are doing the things in the right way. Decentralization is really important. Ethereum is not decentralized with their staking protocol. Doesn't seem secure if like the founder isn't staking all of their Ethereum or a large amount of their Ethereum, and they have concerns and they're not going to because of their concerns, which clearly are security concerns. That should tell you everything you need to know. So look, I'm completely aligned to what Charles is saying here. Cardano is doing everything, building, getting adoption in a decentralized manner, and I think that's great. You got Cardano is growing under the harshest conditions. Charles Hoskinson again digging into this, and this is something we've covered in a previous podcast. Cardano up 148% total value locked growth. BSC is -29, ETH is -25, Sol is up 52, Polygon up 21, Tron up 4, and Avalanche -12. This just says it all, right? It really does, and they're doing it in a decentralized manner. That needs to be, something that we're clear on, right? We got UK crypto stablecoin rules received royal assent, passing into law. This is in the UK. Lots happening when it comes to cryptocurrency in the UK. Keep your eyes on everything when it comes to stable coins, cryptocurrency and CBDCs here in the UK. Lots going on. Defying crypto turmoil, Manchester City sign $70 million plus sponsorship deal with exchange OKX. So that's fantastic news for OKX. We got fake AI crypto scam ads of celebrities like Bear Grylls, Ian Wright are raising on Facebook and Twitter. So look, just be really, really mindful what you're seeing on some of these social media platforms when it comes to, I guess, crypto airdrops, mints, free mints, heavily discounted. You send this, we'll send you that. All that sort of nonsense. It's a scam. I would rather, if you are looking at these sorts of things, quiz us in our Discord, ask one of our team. We don't want you to be scammed. Look, I have a very unique kind of view on cryptocurrency. I want mainstream adoption. In order to get mainstream adoption, people need to stop losing their money. Now, I would rather that you take up the time of me and my team asking us what you might think are silly questions like, is this a scam or not? Like, I'd rather you did that, not lose your money, rather than lose you out of the space because you fell for a scam. We see this time and time again. Keep yourself safe in this space. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you did, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.